And now just allow your eyes to close. And take a few moments here to really focus on your breathing. In through your nose and out nice and slowly through your mouth. Really focusing on the out breath, because this calms the nervous system down with every slow out breath. Because it's good to take the time to relax and ground yourself at any point. To find space in the day or night to create a connection within yourself. Because we can spend a lot of time maintaining other things. Our jobs, our friends, our families. And it's easy to forget that everything depends on maintaining ourselves. Our health, our energy, our time to relax. We all need to take the time to give ourselves what we need to maintain what's most important. And it can be so easy to do as you're relaxing now. And just letting your mind pay attention to anything that lets you know you're able to let go. Letting go as you sink deeper and deeper into yourself. To a place you could imagine. A place where you can rest. And use what you find in this place to replenish yourself, to rejuvenate. Because I've heard there's a Buddhist exercise called the inner smile, where you imagine journeying inside your body and visit each organ. Your heart, your kidneys, your gut. And you imagine smiling at them. And of course, it's not just the smile that makes this so powerful. It's paying attention kindly to yourself. And knowing how much better a smile from someone you love can make you feel. That special feeling that, if you were to imagine passing to those organs that feeling, the benefit they'd gain, the differences in them you might notice as you focus that attention on them. Perhaps even imagining that colour. A colour you could link to that feeling. And with every breath, letting that colour flow through your body. Deeper with every breath. Letting that feeling or colour flow everywhere that would gain from it. And perhaps somewhere that comes to mind that could do with special attention. A place you thought of or one that just came to you. Just spending all the time in the world allowing yourself the benefit of bathing in this feeling. Letting you refill with everything that would mean you're ready for what the rest of the day, the week, or the month brings. And you might find that as you get used to listening to this, to giving yourself the time to guide your awareness towards creating this powerful and positive feeling within you. Letting every part of you grow stronger from its contact with this colour or feeling. And how things begin to change for the better in your life. And it's different for everybody how this happens. Just that as you're getting stronger, feeling calmer, free, just letting go. The world can seem to change too. New opportunities arising, new ways of looking at old things, responding so much calmer. So many possibilities seeming to appear just because of the time you're giving yourself now. The time you deserve to feel good about yourself with all that calm, kind energy. Just enjoying the present moment here. Because all our behaviours have a positive intention, even those which no longer serve us. And one of the things we know is that our subconscious is the one in control for up to 90% of the day. And we also know that it's trying its best to protect us, to stop us getting hurt and to keep us safe. But it's a bit primitive, so sometimes the thing it believes it's keeping us safe from is purely a miscalculation. And strange as it may seem when they began, those feelings you've been experiencing probably serve some useful function in your life. However, what it was that originally caused these feelings is now outdated, because you've reasserted your desire to be free, calm, and take back control. And you now know that your response to what happened in your life, your mind was simply trying to deal with a possible threatening situation in the best way it could. But this is no longer needed. So now realizing that maybe your subconscious can stand down from trying so hard to protect and just allow you to continue with whatever it is you want to do. More and more realizing that everything will be okay. And worrying about it doesn't change that. Worrying about something doesn't protect your future. It just steals the joy from it. And we know that the mind and the body are linked. The mind informing the body informing the mind. And we know that with pain, that our brain decides how much something hurts, not our body. And that feeling we get when our subconscious is trying to protect us is similar. That increase in our heart rate, sometimes butterflies in our stomach, an anticipation of something that's about to happen. That feeling in our body that could be anything, it's just a physical reaction to something that is about to happen. And who decides whether that feeling is anxiety or something else? And I wonder when it will be the first time that you are able to reflect on things that have happened in your life, when you felt those familiar physical signs. And as you reflect back on them now, you might remember that behind these feelings is something positive. Because behind every feeling or behavior is a positive intention. Your unconscious mind trying to bring the best for you and keep you safe. And knowing now why this happens, you might also begin to wonder what you can do to change this. Now, to something that still serves you, because the feelings no longer do. And it's up to you what this is and how you interpret it. Because you no longer have to protect yourself, which means you no longer need those feelings and coping behaviours you once had. And just imagine how much more energy you will have in your life, feeling calmer, sharing, and talking about things before they build up perhaps. And with this letting go comes a feeling of lightness all through your body. And just take a moment to really breathe and spread this lightness, letting it all pass and float over you now. And you may be surprised to notice that by being free to be you and focus on that feeling of calm and in control, responding so much better to things that happen to you, with no outside influences getting in the way, just how good you begin to feel about yourself. And it may not be the second or the third time that you realize for the first time when you go to bed, wake up in the morning, or when you look in the mirror, that you see yourself and feel good and proud over these changes you're making in your life. And just imagine how good that feels. Now, you can move forwards, looking forward to each day and the opportunities they bring. Now you can let go for good. And you know that there are times when you don't think about those feelings. And after today, you might be surprised how much more often this begins to happen. And you may not even notice this until long after you've forgotten. At the end of the day, looking back just before you fall asleep, realizing how your mind is focused on so many other things, positive, useful things that it's easy to have forgotten because they're not important. So many other things to see instead. So at some point in the future, we can imagine that you have learnt what you most needed to learn to realize that you no longer need these feelings because you are in control now. And you can be curious, what will be the first thing you notice that lets you know? Your unconscious has learnt it. So we can both wonder how your old feelings you once had could feel different to you now. Only feeling it in a way that means it's getting weaker and weaker. So now, in and out of your awareness, your mind has had a full opportunity to prepare you for the change you can achieve now. Knowing that every time you respond so much calmer and in control, just focused on what is important to you. Living your life feeling good about yourself with everything to gain. And I'm not saying that as this sense of physical and emotional well-being continues to grow, that you notice automatically how your moods are better, how much more calm you feel about things. That once in the past might have seemed problems now just being things you can deal with, learn from. And whether it's you or someone else who notices the next thing that's different, because of the time you're giving this doesn't matter. You'll know how and why. And it might make you smile sometimes looking back at how maintaining yourself in this way becomes such a normal part of your life that it seems odd when you notice that other people don't give themselves the time you do. And how you recognize this difference in ways that leaves you feeling even stronger, even more determined to make changes in your life that keep you feeling good about yourself. And within yourself, growing resources and strengths and skills you might never have dreamed possessing. Like anything else, the more attention you pay to something, the more it thrives. Like a plant being nourished and tended, given time, you begin to bloom in your care, your full potential flowering, just from the simple act of caring. Something we all know, but only a special few take the time to use, like you. So that now, as I count down from 1 to 5, you can continue to rest or do whatever comes next for you. So as I count to 1, and you can notice any sounds outside the room. 2, noticing how your body feels as your mind is ready now to focus on bringing all the things which make you feel good about yourself. As 3, feeling the weight of your heavy fingers as they slowly return to normal, just by taking a few deep breaths on the count of 4, to keep that feeling of calm and focus, as you know now that you have everything you need to carry on with your day, your week, in the most calm and focused way. And becoming aware of the weight of your eyelids now, only returning to normal as quickly as you feel ready to continue in this new, calm and relaxed way. So that when it has, they can return to normal. And you can open them whenever you are ready, after the count of 5.